It's a vibe all the time. It's no surprise.
Hello, welcome to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're gonna do a reading about like a road to closure, whatever you need to gain closure on to help you move on and process whatever you need to process. So a couple of things we're gonna look into is cards represent what you need closure on or what you want closure on. And so questions you're gonna look into are how can you learn to accept the situation as is? What action do you should you take to help find closure? What lesson should you take away from this? Why you need to learn this lesson and the best way to move on. So I already have some cards here and then I'm gonna do the tarot cards. So first card that this already came out, so it's a swan. I don't really know the animal deck like that. That's the only reason why I showed it. And it's like flipped over. So I'm gonna read it out the book. A couple of things about swans. They look cute, but it's fuck around and find out. So look at them, but don't play with them. So a swan is effortless creativity, sensitive, mystic, and elegant power. The swan represent a heightened creativity. Okay, the swan is ready to take us there to the fluid realm of writing, creating and reflection. This healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, it's the soul calling for attention and for solo time. The inner voice is an inner voice is waiting to be heard, and an inner vision will like to be revealed. And then, this all works out to how we could get closure and gain closure. And mostly the soul just want to be happy and love everybody. It ain't got no the soul ain't got no beef with nobody, honestly. But it loves everybody, realize everybody's on his own path, but it's not going to try to befriend everybody. Like once, some people rub it the wrong way or not really suited for it, it serves it, it will, lead to find people that nurtures it and make it happy. Oh, also another thing, my bad. There is more to it. Let me find them again. Okay. When it's in balance, we feel like ultimate creative with power, like endless. You can create like and don't feel burnt out or like anything like that, or feel blocked or any way, shape, or form. But when it's out of balance, you lack vision and kind of like shy away from things and have creative blocks. So to bring it back in balance, it says spend some time alone and write. So we have some essential oil cards. So if you're into essential oils, you can also use these, or you can simply just see what shows up and take the message that it came with it. So we have Fennel, which encourages communication and self-expression. And we also have that writing and your soul trying to express itself and show you or tell you what it wants to tell you, so it can help you move on to something better rather than staying in a situation or being all dark and gloom. It wants to be, honestly, think of your soul like a Care Bear. Like it's just it wants to be happy and will do it's all about happiness, and will find any way, shape, or form to make it happy. And it wants genuine, true happiness, not fake or phony happiness. Like true happiness. And then we have black pepper protection and promotes honesty. Well, protect and promote honesty. And is but the self-expression here and communicating truth. You know, you need to people. I think you want people to communicate their truth to you or like be honest when they talk to you. But you also need to be like realize that you need to be honest when you're talking to people as well. You know, it's honest. You know, both ways. It takes two to have a conversation and to communicate. So even if it's like you meditating and stuff like that, it's like present. It was like your consciousness and like your higher self. You know, kind of how everyone, you know, want to view it. But it's still you having a conversation with yourself. Still two people, and it needs to be truthful. It needs to be honest, and realize that whatever truth is being told to you is there to help you and protect you to grow, not keep you stuck and stagnant. Because the truth wouldn't hold you or keep you stuck in something. The truth will honestly set you free. Like the truth, like isn't that like that's the saying for a reason? The truth shall set you free, not the truth shall keep you stuck. Like that's not, you know, that's not how the saying goes. And then we have celery seed detoxification and release. Like I was saying before, the truth is trying to help set you free, not keep you stuck. Truth doesn't keep you stuck in something. It might, you know, put you in your head a little bit, you know, maybe have to rethink some things or put you in your feels a little bit. If you take away in the wrong situation, like say, then you ask somebody out and they said no, and your takeaway from that it was like you're ugly. That's not what they said. They just simply said no. Rather than simply saying, maybe I'm not their type, and move on to find, you know, better, you just simply shut down and was like, I'll never date. And it's just like, what? That's not... Don't let that one person affect like your whole life or like how you express yourself and like asking people out and treating other people. Right? Because like I was saying, you might realize that you're not that person's type, or simply, you know, they're just not into you, or they said no because somebody else liked you and they know that person liked you and they want to cause no beef and no problems, you know, between that person and them. You never know what the situation is until, you know, the truth come out, and then, you know, it helps set you free. And then we have Cypress, aid in transition and transformation, you know. The truth comes out, you learn some things, find out some things. Or they say no, let's say they say no, and then come to find out later down the line they actually did like you, but they were just nervous. Like it's just like, but what can you really do with that, you know? And you took away the wrong thing out that situation and like held on to it rather than like letting it go. And then, like I said, with a swan, they look cute, but you know, it's fuck around and find out if you want to, okay? So just like this situation, you're probably looking at it like it's dark and gloomy, like doom and gloom, but it could really be something beautiful that you're just blowing out of proportion. Like, oh, let's say flip it. Let's say they say no, right? And you like, oh my God, they rejected me. I will never ask anybody else out again, right? And then later down the line, you start seeing them wilding out, and you stop having a crush on this person. Like they're no longer the person that you thought they were, and or you find out something and you're just like, yeah, nah, I really dodged the bullet. Okay, that's okay. Release that. Let it go. It's sometimes rejection is, you know, a form of protection. Next we have oak gate doorway, strength and journey. So like in my my analogy or my example, let's say they rejected you, right? And you decided to hold on to that and say, I'm never gonna ask anybody else out again, right? And then that's the door you chose. Like, you know, there was a whole bunch of different doors of shut down, don't ask nobody else out ever again in life. Move the hell on and like other people, have crush on other people, ask people out, you know. Or the third door, find out more information before you ask somebody else out ever again. You know, get more information, make sure they actually like you, get concrete evidence and stuff like that. You simply chose door one. Yeah, I'm gonna shut down and it's like no. There was other options, better options that you could have done rather than shutting down and just being stuck on this person, right? And now it's time to go on that little journey to gain strength and to realize and build up that courage and confidence to realize that there was other doors there and that you could have picked the other doors and that was fine. And this person, right, in my analogy or my example, that they're not the end all be all, okay? Like, there's other people out there, there's other fishes in the sea that you can ask out and be with that could probably make you way more happier than that person ever would have made you happy. You know, like if, like I was saying with a swan, they look cute, but you know, they were, you know, very violent. And it's just like, don't just want to be with somebody or stick with somebody or stay with somebody for superficial reasons. Be with them for what they have, like the qualities on the inside, the beauty that they have on the inside that you can't really see on the outside, because you can't see swan's violent nature until, you know, like I said, you fuck around and you find out. Like, and it doesn't take that much to find out. And then we have Frame or Fawn, however you want to say it, beginning, willingness, and opportunities. So like I was saying earlier, like with the bunch of doorways, like there was a lot of opportunities and other things that you could have done, but you simply decided to be stuck on this person, and that holds you up on having better connections or new connections with people. Because let's say that person rejects you, and now anytime you have a crush on somebody or someone has a crush on you, you automatically shut that down because you think they're gonna reject you because this one person rejected you. And it's just like, it's not that deep, bro. Like, it's like, it's not that deep. And oh, for example, right? Boom. For me, my first crush, you know, he did like me back, you know. But then at some point in time, he stopped liking me. Why? Because I gained weight. Yeah. And he had the audacity to tell me that. And I could have just, I was a kid too, so it was real childish. That was a child saying it. But but you know, I could have just simply been like, I'm not gonna eat anymore, or I'm gonna go back to like being skinny for him to like me, or I could simply been fine with all the other people that liked me, cause he was just one person. It was like three other dudes that liked me. That one versus three, like my weight wasn't that big of a deal if the other three seemed to be fine with it. So it's just like, yeah, no, you know. So it's just like, in that situation, now I know that I didn't really need him. Like, he can be over here, do what he want to do, right? And then it was like, we was in second grade. Like, what second grade to have, like, thinking like, you're too big, I don't want to date you. Like, who really, what? So, you know, the other kids hit the camera. The other kids, you know, we was cool. They didn't care what my weight was or anything like that. Or if I was, you know, if I gained weight, lose weight, anything. They was just cool with me. You know, weight and all this other stuff, how somebody look on the outside is superficial. Like, and that can change any day or every, like, pretty much any day. You can go to sleep and like wake up and, you know, have an allergic reaction to something. And it's just like, are they gonna stay while you're having this allergic reaction, or are they gonna be like, I'm gonna break up with you because I didn't like how you looked that one time? And it's just like, bruh. And then like, let's talk, like, they want to have all these superficial like standards and reasonings for like certain things, but then it's just like, if you really like try to flip that or like make them look at their self, they don't really like themselves either. And it's just like, if you with me for superficial reasons, and then I start pointing out those superficial reasons that you're with me that you don't have, like, then you will feel bad. Because let's say like okay, I mean, he was my crush, so he didn't look bad, you feel me? But it's just like, bruh, like, you weren't the best looking kid out there. Like, you were cute and all, but you weren't like no le- I can't even think of somebody. Like, he wasn't no Idris Elba. You feel me? Like, he wasn't like none of those. So it's just like, I don't really care. I didn't let that affect me much. And then we have a new start is coming. I thought it was a card under it, but the card just messed up. A new start is coming. And then we also have beginnings. So it's just like, you need to, I'm saying, you need to like detox and let this go, cleanse it out, let it transform into something better, or close this out and release it so it can transform into something better. And you can see that this rejection was your form of protection. That's one thing. Or the fact, let's say with me, if somebody want to be with you for superficial reasons, they're a superficial person. You don't want them in your life. And because honestly and truly, nothing had really changed other than my weight. And it's like, that was your problem. And then it's just like, well, excuse me that I had to get my tonsils and my adenoids taken out. Excuse me that I wanted to sleep in peace and not snore and breathe in peace. Like, I should have stayed skinny for that. Like, my health was more important, you know? So it's like, you will realize that superficial people are those people that like you for superficial reasons. Sorry, hit the camera again. Doesn't help you, or really isn't beneficial for your life, and doesn't help you or motivate you in a way. They low-key kind of sort of will keep you stuck and stagnant, and or like put you in your mind, have you second guessing like if you're good enough, or if you're skinny enough and stuff like that. And it just like I said, those 3 boys was okay with my weight. So it's just like, I don't care what you gotta say. And once he said that, and like other people that had crushes on him, and that was kind of sort of my size at that time or bigger, stop having a crush on him. So then it's like, bro, like, you just ruined it for yourself because you want to have superficial like things to say. And I beat him at Uno, so either way, I was okay. And we have, it's in reverse. We have faith in your dreams, but it's in reverse. So I guess you not having faith in your dreams, but you should be having faith in your dreams. Like I said, like, I could have just, gave up with that person, was like, oh, no one is ever gonna like me. But then, I looked and was like, nah, there's 3 other people over here that like me, so I'm good. Like, it's just, my weight doesn't make me pretty, or my body doesn't make me pretty. My personality is pretty. I mean, my looks is, it helps, just like a little icing on the cake. But my personality, my brains, my je ne sais quoi, just how I am is pretty. My, beautiful on the inside and out. Then that's just even more pretty. Like, it's just, so it's just like, bro, if you would just focus on the outside and wondering if the outside is pretty, it's just like, somebody can have like an ugly ass inside, and then now you're stuck and wondering, oh, how can I have, why am I in this situation? Because you dealing with people that's superficial. You deal with people that want to look nice and cute on the outside, but then don't deal with what needs to be dealt with, which is in the inside. Their emotions, their feelings, their mind, their mental, having and actually caring for others and being compassionate and stuff like that. No, if they're superficial, 9 times out of 10, they just worried about themselves and being self-centered and self-focused. So then it's just like, now you feel like, then that could be why you're not having faith in your dreams, because they're so self-focused, and you being with them or around them, any good thing or news that you have they will just simply take it and try to make it about them or attach themselves to it. And that's not working out for them because it's not their dream, it's your dream. And you can't do their dreams for them, just like they can't do your dreams for you. So release what need to be released and take what you need to take from that situation. Like what I took from that situation is you're bucketed. Like I'm pretty and I'm bomb as hell because clearly I'm bomb as hell if the other three people like me. So it's just like, and my weight wasn't no problem for them. So it's just like, yeah, it's just you. You know, so you realize that you're not gonna let anybody stop you or deter you from your dreams or yeah, like what you want to set your mind to, or make you feel down, or make you feel like you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish, because you can. And then we have surrender to the divine. So it's like if you feel lost and down, you know, turn to spirit, universe, the divine. They will help you clear it out, cleanse it out, give you a sense of clarity if you need clarity. Um, you know, show you opportunities, open doorways for you. Um, Also could put you on this spiritual journey. And if it is a spiritual journey, of course, it had a lesson, and we will find out what that lesson is real fast. Um, because it's, let's say there's like a bunch of spiritual. One of them is like self-respect, self-worth. No, if somebody's trying to walk away from you, let them walk away. Because you don't need to fight or force for anybody to be in your life. Um, Good things come to those who wait. Don't try to rush anything, because if you're trying to rush it, you overlook some things, mess some stuff up. No, rejection is a form of protection. Because you could dodge a bullet. You could, like, I don't know where that kid is now. Like, that was like I said, we was in that was like second grade. Like, that was years ago. So I don't know where that kid is now, but either way, I had plenty of other people that still like me, big and or small. So it's just like my weight was never really a problem, and it's like I gained weight because I had to do a surgery for my health. It was like I was not about to sit here and die because I wanted to be skinny. Excuse me. Like, no. I want to breathe through my nose like a normal person. Then we have the sword and the rose, clarity, truth, reevaluation, solitude, solitary, force, honor, and protection, power. So like I was saying earlier, like if you want clarity and feel like you don't know the truth or have a sense of clarity, ask the divine. They will give you that, and then they will help you detox, clarify, release whatever needs to be released. You know, they will help you. They will protect you while they're doing it as well. And especially if you're on this journey and there's lessons that you need to learn, they want you to learn those lessons so you don't repeat the lessons. And if you repeat, I mean, if you don't learn the lessons, you know, they're doomed to repeat, and they will continue to repeat and repeat and repeat until you learn it. So it's like with the journey here, and then but with doorway here, it could be that, you know, you already finished the journey and went through the journey, learned the lessons that you need to learn. Now it's time to like walk through that door and release it and let it go so you can move on to something better, you know, so you can see why you went through it and why you needed to learn those lessons and what is the benefit of learning those lessons. Like, let's say, like, oh, because with that situation, right? Boom. When we were actually was around each other, I didn't know he liked me. So he told me, like, that was like kindergarten. So he told me like 2 years later. And it's just like, okay. So it's like, the truth was, like, yeah, I did like you at that point in time. You pretty much kind of sort of still like me, but it's just my weight. But it's just like, bro, you just superficial. That if you, like, no, you still like me if you was, whereas as superficial, you could look past the weight and realize that you still like me. And just like, he realized that at some point when I wasn't really paying attention to him. And it's like, I didn't care. And no one else cared because of what he said. And, one of the teachers didn't like what he said because, she was big. And she just like, why would you say that? And then, like I said, I beat him in Uno. I didn't care. He had to draw 4 in one of the games so many times. It wasn't just me. It wasn't. Oh, sorry. I hit the camera. But everybody that felt the way from what he said, draw 4. And if it was a draw 2, like anytime it was his turn, yeah. But then we have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship and addictions. With that release and detoxification, the truth, like I was, it will help set you free. It doesn't keep you stuck, and like, let's say, like spirit, tell you the truth or like send you signs in like many different ways to communicate with people, like many different ways. Some people like music, songs, or like a sign, like walking outside and something pop up, or like not pop up, but you walking outside and there's like you was thinking of something and then like something that you just thought about, the answer. Well, that some people, that's how they get answers. Some people tarot videos and stuff like that, but like you're not really getting the answers from the tarot video. It's confirming the answer that you already felt within you and pretty much letting you know, like, yeah, you're right. And if you touched on it a little bit and wasn't completely right, and some more information is coming to you, but it resonates with you and it makes sense to you, like when it resonates with you, like it fits and it makes sense, and you don't have to overthink it and be like, is she talking about me? Is this in my situation? If you have to do that, then it's not for you. Don't take it, But, there are some tarot videos you will watch it and be like, what the fuck is you talking about? And it doesn't make any sense. Those are not helping you. Like, it might help you. Like, what they're saying, could be tying to your situation and probably like something that you didn't know. Or it just simply wasn't meant for you and it just, wasn't your message. And you don't have to take it. Take what is for you and leave what's not for you. And it could be like that's another lesson that you need to learn. Like, if someone show you who they are multiple times, believe them, okay? Like, a first impression, it's called a first impression for a reason. Like, if that's who they truly are, when the first time they meet somebody, they will try to be on their best behavior and stuff like that, or try to be, something that they're not. Or just some people that simply be them fucking selves. And that's cool too. And that works out better than you trying to be something that you're not. And I say when you first met them, they try to be something that they're not. And you trying to figure out who the fuck you talking to now. And it's like you talking to their real true self. Now you just realize what you can base somebody off their first impression. You have to sit with them, chill with them a couple of times to really know who they truly are. Like with swans, like I said, they look nice on the outside, but it's fuck around to find out real fast. They're violent. So it's just like, and if that's the truth, and I'm sitting here telling you, like, that's how they are, and then you go and see one and be like, oh, they seem so peaceful, I'm gonna go touch it, and you touch it, and then boom, something happened. That's your fault for not listening. Like, it's like I was saying before, the lessons that you do not learn will doom to repeat. You will just be another person that did not heed the warning that swans do not like to be fucked with. Okay? And now you have to heal for some, like the swan attack, because you didn't want to listen. Then we have passion, intense, chemistry, liking each other, and having fun. Because, like I was saying, like they can look nice and then they be like, and that's superficial. And then let's say you actually wanted something more than just superficial, like something meaningful and stuff like that. But you just thought, oh, they look nice and they look cute, so this will be great. Like, no, don't base a relationship or how a relationship will act or look like based off someone's looks or personality. Well, not like, well, I say looks rather than personality. Because if you actually like sit down with them and like talk with them and like meet one on one and stuff like that, you will either realize that y'all might have some things in common, yes, but as a relationship, that wouldn't work because y'all want two totally different things. Somebody want passion where the other person might want love. And, oops, sorry. Because like I was saying, when the whole, with me and that child person, we were in second grade. Why are you worried about my body? Like, it's just, like, as a second grader, that's not where our minds should be, okay? And I was more trying to figure out who we gonna play Still the Bacon with, at, you know, who's gonna be on my team, not what my body looked like. So it's just like, you will realize y'all want two totally different things. And that, you know, sometimes that is just like a rejection is like a form of protection to dodge a bullet, you know, or to keep you from being hurt or put you in or like in situations that's not needed. Like if I, you know, in that situation, like I said before, I could have just simply be like, I'm gonna lose weight, or I could just realize there's other people that like me. I'm gonna go focus over here and put my attention over here then. And it's just like, now you lost a friend and you lost the person that you had a crush on because of the ignorant thing that you said. Next, we have a dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, and adapting, changing, and healing. But, like I was saying earlier, like you find out some things that you didn't know. Like that projection is your form of protection, kind of thing. And we have some angel tarot cards. I don't know the angels' names. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, and then this angel means, well, his name means the honorable God, the inner and outer works. And like works are pretty much like good deeds, like the good deeds that you do for yourself and the good deeds that you do for others, and how you help other people and stuff like that. Also, helping yourself does help other people because, you know, you're a part of the world, you interact with it. You know, you gotta heal yourself, balance yourself, so you can also heal and balance other people. Then we have helping one keeps their job, protection against disasters. Hit the camera. I don't know that name, but yeah. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles. Don't know this angel name either, but it's called the favorable. His name means the favorable God, and it's divine grace, cures rage and pestilence, which is pretty much, pestilence is like distractions and people that's trying to cause upheaval in your life, and absorb the guilt. Right, like I was saying with the pestilence, they try to make you guilty and project their problems onto your life. And like I was saying earlier with that projections was a form of your protection. you know. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is all about giving and receiving love. And we have the Six of Pentacles, which is about generosity. And it's all about giving and receiving. And the Ten of Pentacles is something like a generational wealth. So it's like the situation would have led to something long lasting and like generational, because y'all wanted two totally different things. And that's what's need to be realized and recognized, that sometimes you may want somebody, you know, but that doesn't mean that person is, you know, meant for you. Oh, but then this angel name means God the Redeemer. Redemption serves against enemies of religion, governs chastity. If the, you know, there we go. And then next card we have heal away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you heal from this. And Archangel Raphael is all about healing. They also use his symbols in hospitals. Yeah. But then we also have, you know, healing, clarifying, detoxification. We have addiction here twice. And you healing from that. Or it could be a codependent situation that you're breaking away from and need to heal. Or it could have said like this could have led to something that's very codependent, which is why it has to come to an end, or why it wasn't meant for you. You don't need to be in a codependent situation. You weren't, I mean, unless you were twins, but even twins, they are meant to be like independent or have to be independent. So, and then for something to be like the Ten of Pentacles, it's two people coming together to build that generational wealth. And y'all couldn't have come together to agree to build that generational wealth, which is why you have walked away, or you had to walk away, if they walked away, or the situation needs to come to an end so somebody can walk away and release this codependent toxic situation. So again, what we're going to look at a card to represent what you need to get closure on, or what you want to get closure on. How can you learn to accept the situation as is? What an action to take to help find closure, a lesson like to take from this situation, and why you have to learn this lesson, and the best way to move on. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, which is all about truth and clarity. And it's Archangel Michael, Sword of Truth, and he's all about truth. You know, he's blue. Well, his light is blue, where Archangel Raphael's is green, you know, heart center. You see it? Oh, then we have expressions here before. Yeah, you know, they could both be in here. I'm trying to say, like, they trying to help you express your heart's truth. And we have the Nine of Cups, so underneath that was all about past nostalgia. And then we have the Moon and the Empress, which is like, the Empress is abundance, fertility, creativity. She's all four queens in the deck. Well, all balanced, and you know, it took us some time to learn each and every queen and the qualities of each and every queen, and balance each and every queen. You know, they have pros and cons of it. But moons is like secrets, deception, lies that's being hidden or like suppressed, or you know. And then it's like, until, you know, you have a sense of clarity, or like see it situation as for what it is, and that suppressing yourself, or like shutting off, or like closing down to like opportunities and things because of a past hurt, isn't beneficial. It's sabotaging you and your life. And you're pretty much just letting that person win. And if they're no longer in your life, it's just like, why are you letting them have that much control over what's going on in your life? Even if they are in your life, why are you letting them have so much control on you moving on, or you moving forward, or like who you date, or if you dating somebody, if you're not dating somebody, you know? Don't let them have that type of power. Okay, oh, the cards pretty much came all together. No, it's supposed to be 6 cards? Okay, so four of the cards came out together, so pretty much gonna explain them together. So first we have the 10 of Swords, which is like a brutal ending, being stabbed in the back, heartbreak, betrayal, sabotage, you know, just overkill, pretty much, right? They kick you while you're down. You see, there's no, like, there's no life, right? There's no, like, coming back from it, pretty much. And that's the first card that came out, which is the card that you're wanting to get closure on. It's something that, like, stabbed you in the back, pretty much broke you. It's like something that pretty much kicked you while you're down, right? And you want to know how y'all can come back from this, is breaking away from a codependent situation and realizing that that person, like, if that's 10 swords in your back, they continue to put 10 swords, like, let's say the 1 sword was good enough, they continue to add the 9 swords just to get the job done, to let you know, like, make sure you was really dead. Like, it's overkill, you know? And it's time to let it go, and move on. Because the 10 of Swords, like I was saying, like, even though there's nothing to come back, like, there's no coming back from that, it's death, you know. 10s are the end, and it goes, you know, back to 1, which is the Ace of Swords, which is all about truth. And we have here being lighthearted and things coming, like, finding things out, things coming to light, which is the Ace of Swords, having that sense of truth and clarity and honesty and stuff like that. Because next we have the 10 of Wands, where we had 2 10s, which, you know, it's like endings. And if one, you know, was overkill, you know, and then the other one, which the 10 of Wands is all about burdens, they repeatedly stabbed you in the back, and let's say they try to make it seem like it was your fault, or like you had to take the burden or the responsibility for it, because they're projecting their problems onto you and not, like, owning up and taking. Let me pull this, because I don't think I can push the table. Oh yeah, never mind. I could push the table so I can move these down. Because it's really supposed to be that way. Okay. Right? And then the second card is like, how can you learn to accept the situation as it is? That is overkill, and they're going to kick you while you're down, and repeatedly kick you while you're down, and then just add, you know, burdens, and you already have things that you need to deal with and you want to deal with, and they're just adding more and more onto you. So it could just be best to, you know, realize it's a burden and pick and choose your battles wisely. Realize if you want to continue with this person, it will just continue to pressure you and put more pressure in your life that is not necessary. And because it could be like codependent, and like codependent, like, they want to keep you around because you fulfill their, like, some sort of need that they have. And even though they don't fulfill your needs, they are just fine keeping you around because you fulfilled their needs, but you continue fulfilling their needs, even though your needs is not being met. And that can, result in being a burden and feeling burnt out and dried out. And that's even more of a burden because you're giving love when love is not given back to you. And that could be another lesson. Stop giving love when you're not receiving love. Give love where you receive love. Because if you continue giving love to something that doesn't give you love, you just feel drained energetically and emotionally. And then at some point, that's going to lead to mental, and you're just going to be snippy and grumpy with the person rather than simply walking away and realizing that you don't have to be with them. They don't fulfill you in no way, shape, or form. They're just bringing burdens and pressure into your life. Walk away. Next, we have the Knight of Swords, which, is impulsive. Coming with one thing on his mind very impulsively, but he don't really think it through. And that's pretty much the action that needs to be taken to help you find closure. Could be seeing that this person is impulsive and they don't think things through, and again, you see how they have a sword and we have the tens, and they're riding on with a sword, and like I was saying before, they will continue to stab in your back repeatedly and repeatedly. And excuse me, and not really thinking about it or like taking responsibility for their actions or knowing what the hell they doing. They're just simply coming in and rushing in, and they're rushing out as fast as they came in, and not realizing the damage that they're doing while they're doing that, or like the amount of pressure that the burdens and stuff that they're doing while they're doing that. And put that over here. Ooh, like an example of a codependent situation is like Harley Quinn and the Joker, right? And because at some point Harley Quinn didn't need to be there. And that's like a codependent situation, as some people say. It's Stockholm syndrome. But then another like codependent situation is Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. And and then as in that situation, Harley Quinn repeatedly, time to time, hurt Poison Ivy. So it's like, codependent situation doesn't work out. It's you get hurt, and sometimes both parties get hurt, or just simply one party get hurt. Whoever needs were being met can simply find somebody else to go meet their needs. But the person that was sitting here giving and being taken from, that's the person that got hurt because they feel like they did everything that they could, and it wasn't good enough. When the whole thing is no, it was this person that just wanted a certain thing, but then tell you that, express that, and you express yourself open and vulnerably and gave generously and truthfully, and they didn't. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is so nurturing, and she's grounded, have everything she needs, boss, like wifey material, queen bee, she can have her own business, run her own business and stuff like that. And that's the lessons that which is the lesson that you need to take away from this, is that if somebody want to walk away from you, let them walk away from you. Okay? If they want to walk out of your life, let them walk out of your life. Your life will get better. You don't need them for your life to be better. You don't need anybody to make your life better. Your life will be better just because you made it better. You did the work and the actions to make it better. you healed in order to make it better, rather than just jumping in from relationship to relationship and not knowing what the problem is or what the cause is. You taking the time to heal what needs to be healed and finding someone that wants the same thing as you want. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she don't need or want for anything. She pretty much attracts. She, like I was saying with the Empress, she's 1/4 of the Empress. She's the soul nurturing and attracting part of the Empress, and the money part of the Empress. Like I said, she's abundant, financially stable, independent, financially independent and independent. And like I said, soul nurturing, grounded, humble, wifey material. You know, you, let's say, like, in my other analogy, like, you didn't get with this person, and or like, let's say you did get with them, right? And it's time, let's say you with them and you trying to figure out if you need to go and walk away. It's time to walk away, to learn that you don't need them in your life. You know, you shouldn't, a relationship, or the person that you're in a relationship, they're not a need, okay? They're a want. You don't need them, you want them, okay? You don't need, like with Jordans, you don't need Jordans, you want them. Like, you, like, there's other cheaper shoes you can get out there that might look better and fit you way better and be comfortable. You don't want like, you don't need Jordans, you want them. You know, you don't need this person in your life, you just want them in your life. And with the, what I was saying like earlier with a codependent situation, she's not codependent, she's independent by herself. She's stable by herself, soul nurturing by herself. She's, you know, independent financially and other, like, and stuff like that. And then we have why you have to learn this lesson. Then we have the 5 of Wands, which is like conflict, competition, fighting with either in yourself, like internal conflict inside yourself, or like external, and fighting with others. What I was saying here with the Wands and the 10 of Swords, like being stabbed in your back, and it's just keep brushing it off and brushing it off, and like the pressure building and building and building. Like, it's overkill. It's gonna cause a lot of conflict if you continue to sweep it under the rug. It's time to heal it and walk away, rather than just, it's like a cut. Rather than simply just continue ripping the scab off, let it heal to actually become like closed skin again, right? So you can move on from the situation and be grounded and stable, rather than having to be in this overkill, pressure barriers, conflict. Always gotta look over like your shoulder for the next betrayal. Not knowing if it's genuine or not. Like, it's overkill. You don't have to be in a situation. What's the next card? Next card is the King of Cups. It's all about wishy-washy. Like, so he can give the full cup, like Ace of Cups, because he holds the Ace of Cups. He can give the full cup, right? We have the Queen of Cups here, right? She can give the full cups, the Ace of, like the Ace of Cups, right? She can give the full cup and receive the full cup, no problem. He holds the full, like the Ace of Cups, just like the Queen of Cups hold the Ace of Cups, but he does not give the full cup like the Ace of Cups has, like, or will. He will give it like in percentages and stuff like that, and be wishy-washy. It won't say, like, even if he loves you, like, let's say 100%, he's gonna give you and like tell you, let's say 10% of that, and that what could cause problems if y'all can't communicate, and he won't open up and be vulnerable and say the truth and speak the truth and say what needs to be said. That causes conflict. And when it's like, let's say you speak your truth and say what needs to be said, let's say they shut down and say something harsh, and cold without thinking about it, and then stab you in the back or hurt you. And then it's like they repeatedly do that from time to time, and it built up and built up. So is this now a situation, or like put so much pressure and cause so many conflict that it became toxic, and like it's just superficial, and time to like walk away, detox, let it go, and cleanse. Like, because it was at the bottom of the deck. We had what I said was superficial. The Queen of Wands, you know, she all superficial and saying like one thing when she actually mean another thing. And under that, yo, I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you. Cause it said everything is superficial, right? And she says one thing when she really means the other. Says one thing when she really means the other. Two of Wands is a choice, action. You know, putting one thing behind you and looking off on the world, and you taking action to that world that you wanted. Oh, what you want? You want to have a relationship. Okay, Four of Wands. No, it's a relationship. Two people coming together to have a relationship and have a connection. The Four of Wands lead to the Ten of Pentacles. Generational wealth, marriage, stability, house, kids, all that. Right? Right. Five of Cups. 3 cups down, 2 cups still standing. 5 of Cups, sad, melancholy, depression. These 3 cups are the cups that are spilled, that are down, because it was superficial. And now you're looking at the cup that are superficial, not realizing that there's still meaningful and better connections out there for you. This is just one little hurdle that you needed to learn along your path. Temperance. Along your path to your happiness, and realizing and seeing that all is not lost in this situation. This person was meant to teach you something. What they taught you, if somebody want to walk out of your life, let them walk out of your life. If they feel like you're not good enough, let them feel like you're not good enough. There's going to be somebody that appreciates you the way that you are, and that you are good enough. Your soul simply, you know, is crying out for you. And we have a soul nurturing card here. But you know, that could be, you know, the road, like on your road to closure, realizing that you are good enough, and that you have everything that you need. And that if this person didn't appreciate that or see that, it's their loss. And somebody else is going to see and appreciate it. And, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So, and the truth shall set you free. So, it's just like, you are good enough. If they didn't see that, it's their fault. Just let them walk away. If they want to walk out of your life, let them walk out of your life. Don't try to beg nobody or negotiate with nobody, or try to tell nobody why you good enough and why they should stay with you. If they don't see it, let them go. I don't have another card or another deck to do like the 3-card sum up, so I'm just gonna do it with the same deck, and then I'm gonna, you know, pretty much the end of this reading. The 3-card sum up. Oh, and then the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups, you know, it's like counterparts that we have, like liking each other. And it could be like a divine couple and stuff like that, but with this codependency, it's toxic because the King of Cups is not giving their full emotions and sharing the cup. I shit you not. I was talking about the Ace of Cups. It's not giving, not giving the full cup of love. Or one person's giving a full cup of love. You see this cup? That's a big cup, okay? And he will not give you all that. He will give you like 10%. And then there's a lot in this cup. There's your emotions, your intuition, your spirituality, and stuff like that. And it becomes like your feelings become toxic if you just keep them bondled up and not say what needs to be said. You know? And it's even creativity. Like, it's a lot of, water is a lot of things. It's your feelings, your emotions, your intuitive, intuition, your creativity, with the swans here, all of it. And you don't even have the confidence or the energy to have a new beginning in love, or to have like to start like a new creative idea or new creative passion, because you're too busy dealing with the conflict between this King of Cups and being wishy-washy. But the lessons that you need to take from this is that you are enough and you matter, okay? And if they don't appreciate you, somebody is going to appreciate you. And the bigger lesson, if somebody want to walk out of your life, let them walk out of your life. But again, another lesson is, do not give love or continue to give in love when you're not getting love back. Generosity, Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. You're giving love and they're giving love back. Like the Queen of Cups, she gives the whole cup, not just 10 or 20% of this cup. She's giving the whole cup. All the love that she can give to herself, she will give to you as well. And she has no problems doing that. Where the King of Cups, has a couple of problems. Next, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about like being free and liberated. And Minor Arcana Empress, being, free and liberated, content with everything that you have, and realize that you don't need anybody, nor do like you want, like you don't need anybody, you want it for nothing. If you want it, you can go get it, you can go buy it. You're independent, financially independent, and financially stable and independent within yourself, and grounded in yourself, and knowing who you are and what you want, and do that and set your minds to it. Because the Seven of Pentacles real fast turned into the Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which is all like lies and deception and self-sabotaging. Well, not self-sabotaging, because self-deception could lead to self-sabotaging because you're lying to yourself. So, there's that. And you're, that is causing you not to be free and liberated, and realizing that, you have everything that you need within you, and that you don't need this person to feel complete or anything. That's a lie, and that's deceptive. And that's pretty much bookending the Ace of Cups, is this deception. So it's like what I was saying with this King of Cups. They're not giving the full cup. They're not telling you everything. They're not speaking that truth. Then we have the Moon card, like lies and deception, as well. And you deserve somebody that's going to give you the same amount of love that you're giving them, motivate you the same way that you're motivating them, and it'd be genuine and true, not sneaking and lying and being deceptive. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands, which could sometimes be like a player, but he's hot and cold. He rush in, he's fighty, just like where he's like impulsive. He's all about like bravery and and courage, but even if he can't win the battle, he would still try to fight. And it's like, that could be smart and or it could be dumb. Hey, what's under here? You see her? Is it on camera? Strength reverse. That's just pride and ego. Like, come on now. I'll rest my case. But like, just pride, ego, feeling stuck, stagnant, and not having the confidence. Underneath that, death, change, transformation. Then we have Cypress, that aids in what? Transformation. Look at that. To help you stand in your power and the self-expression. So you can realize that you have the strength to leave this situation and move away from this person and heal from this person. This person doesn't need to be in your life. You don't need to hold on to them and hope that they come back, or hope that they realize that you're good enough. when they realize that you're good enough is when you will be so much better off without them. Like, it's just like, if you're good enough now, by the time they realize that you're good enough, bitch, you will be great. Okay. You will be good, better, great. Like, you will be like levels ahead of it. So it's just like, don't let anybody like try to slow down your growth and your process because they want to be flighty or they want to be a player. A player is never going to realize your worth until, you know, they're done with their player ways and they want to be a player no more. And they're going to be like, oh, this one person loved me the best and no one ever loved me like that person. But then they still did you wrong. So it's just like, you know, they ain't think about it. You know, they stabbed you in the back and they ain't think about it. And now they want to come back and want to have a real meaningful connection. But it's like, how, you know, they will have to address the elephant in the room first. And if they don't want to, you know, you're not dealing with that. You don't need to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. You're not going to give to that. You're not going to give love, money, time, worth, or even energy to something that doesn't give the same thing back to you. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. If you like this reading resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.